I can't see you.
Thank you for listening to the ttalks.net podcast, the show that brings you information, guidance, and support to entrepreneur-minded individuals like yourself. ttalks.net will give you something to talk about tomorrow. This isn't the daily show, but this is the show where you'll get everything. You'll get a fiesta of a mix with the old and the new. They will give you tips and insights into everyday business, big wins in everyday life. They have a lot to add, from bookkeeping to sales, sales management, and sales training, and daily content for listeners to learn and enjoy. We are here to improve your life in business or a sales career. Without any further ado, introducing the dynamic duo, Alex DeLuca and Rafael Rodriguez Jr.
Well, good evening, everybody. April 6th.
April 6th, and I'm off mute at 10:01. Fantastic. Well. What do we have today? This is T Talks live, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name's Alex DeLuca, hanging out in Naples. Thanks for joining.
And this is Rafael from Hollywood saying good day.
Good day, Ralph. What's going on, man? How is the business world of Russell, Hustle, Bustle, South Florida?
As always, we're cooking one customer at a time.
Are you cooking with gas?
Well, that's how you make it. Just one customer at a time.
That's it. One customer, one person, one contact. Contact equals contracts.
Because
I love that. I tell that to
contact
myself all
sport.
day as I'm driving, all day. Contacts, contracts, contacts, contracts.
Well, they say sales is a contact sport, right?
That is, and we were trying to get the best out of our sales, our contacts, the people we meet, greet, and touch on a daily basis. T-Talk topic, are we going to keep going where we were headed yesterday?
Oh, absolutely. I think that the digital trend is something that, this is what 2021 is all about, and going forward, it's all about the digital domain. Um,
That's it. You better get digitized.
if you want to be somewhere, you definitely got to be digitized.
Digitize.
So
Everybody's online. Shop online, go online, look reviews online. People are going to Walmart to make sure things are in stock before they go to Walmart. People are doing virtual tours of homes, buying real estate from New York in Florida. So we touched base on a huge topic yesterday. I got through about 7 big points on digital marketing trends that you need to pay attention to in 2021. And we're just going to go right where we left off, and that's with the social messaging apps and the visual searches, the Pinterest lenses,
I think
the Google lenses,
we were
the
talking
cam
about the
finds.
micro moments. That's where we ended up.
That is, we dove right down to the micro moments. That is next.
And what is a micro moment?
You tell me, big guy.
It's an intent-rich moment when a person turns to a device to act on a need to know, go, do, or buy.
So,
Basically,
yes, there's 4 of them, right? 4 game-changing moments that really matter. Go ahead. What are they?
well, the first one is I want to know moment, I want to go moment, I want to do moment, and I want to buy moment. What
So
do you
those
think is
are.
the most important one?
I want to buy. I want to buy.
I want to
So
buy.
we'll leave that one for the last one. So I want to know moments when someone is exploring or researching, but is not necessarily in purchase mode. I want to go moments when someone is looking for a local business or is considering buying a product at a nearby store. Next, we have I want to do moments. When someone wants to help completing a task or trying something new. And go ahead for the big one, Ralph.
And when someone is ready to make a purchase and may need help deciding what to buy or how to buy. Now, back in the good old days, we always talked about,
Before color TV. No, I'm just kidding.
but this is prior to color TV. A lot of times consumers, people are always undecisive. They really don't know, and they need that push, and that's where the salesmanship comes about. That you're there to help make that position, not necessarily push them, but guide them. And this is where a lot of people, and not the internet, your web page, your social media, it's all should be about guiding them to go ahead and make a good decision, which should be the product that you're selling. I hope.
You say guide. You're kind of the trail guide. You're taking their hand and you're following down the path of your sales demonstration. Remember, we're there for one thing and one thing only. I repeat that a lot earlier in the episodes. We're there for a demonstration, nothing else. We keep the blinders on, all the prejudges, all the I'm not buying now. I'm waiting on 5 more quotes. Whatever it may be, that's at the back door, and we're in wine and grind mode there.
Well, I think this is a powerful sentence that basically says the following. You need to be where consumers are searching for information in the moment. Or as Google puts it, be there, be useful, be quick.
Be there, be square. No, that's huge. It's a quick. It's we talked about yesterday about the reaction and the chatbots and the live chats on your website being able to communicate right away. Even if it's a generic answer, they get an answer right there. Boom.
And it's funny because we're going to go back to the avatar. To get the most out of the micro moments in 2021, you should identify your customer I want to buy moment. Be there in those moments of need. Deliver relevant content. Make it easy for them to make a purchase. And measure every moment that matters.
Measure. Know your numbers. Know the stats. Measuring and goals that make sure that we're aligned together. Things we talk about are very repetitious. We might say the same thing over and over again in a different way, but that's how you learn, and that's how it sticks and engraves. We're creating a following. There's 30-60 people jump on, watch the shows. We get some great feedback, but it's the same thing over and over again. The guys that are successful, the Grant Cardones and the Tony Robinsons today of the world, it all came from one spot. They did not create it.
And most of the time, they're repeating the same thing. And guess why they're repeating the same thing?
Might be important.
Well, number one, it might be important. Number two, hello.
McFly.
Hello. Hello. It's great information that the more you talk about it, the more you hear it, the more it sinks in, and then you know why you always say I'm having the time of my life.
The time of my life.
And the reason why we do that is that if you keep saying it, you're gonna start believing it. And if you start believing it, it's really you're having a great time.
I wake up with a few mantras. I've changed them out throughout the years. I'm thankful for being healthy. I'm happy my family is healthy, and my mail and my telephone bring me great news and great wealth. I say that every morning. Every time I get a chance to open up my mail and my telephone, I'm telling myself that that's happening, and it does. People call me today. I'm ready to sign up. I'll be there Thursday, 2:00.
Now, one of the things that I know Digital Master is actually doing a great job and pushing the voice search and smart speakers. And it's incredible how the numbers have gone up. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, is when you say, Alexa, where is the nearest gas station? And Alexa goes, the XYZ. It's right around the corner.
That's so funny you say that today because if you go to the notorious Alex DeLuca's Facebook page, you can take a look at a post they made about 11 hours ago. I'm looking at it right now. It says conversation at a red light. Car next to me. Is there a Walmart around here? Me. I'm new around here. Do you have an iPhone? Car next to me. Yeah, I have an iPhone. Me. Hold the button on the right hand side and say Walmart nearby. Green light, go. That was a conversation literally today. And I posted that 11 hours ago. That's funny.
Well, listen to the stats. And these stats are just huge. 50% of all searches will be via voice by 2020. Guess what?
Wait, say that again?
50% of all searches will be via voice by 2020. And we're
Isn't that
in
huge?
2021.
And that's a fact, Jack. I don't care who you are. I probably talked to my phone 25 times today. And it did every time, whether it told me it was the right answer or not. Even when this thing whole started and it blew our minds of what Siri could respond to or Alexa could respond to, me, my son, my wife, we talk to it and see what it says. I cannot say that at the moment, or I don't know the answer to that question, It's pretty interesting.
Well, 55% of all American homes will own a smart speaker by 2022.
I think it's already there, man. I got one dot in Alexa in the box over there. This phone's listening to us unless it's off. Everything around us is listening at all times. Big Brother's watching.
72% of who own voice-activated speakers say that their device are used as part of their daily routine. And here's a whopping number. Voice shopping is set to jump to 40 billion in 2022, up from 2 billion today.
Crazy.
40 billion in 2022, up from 2 billion. So that just shows you the trend.
It's on the way up.
And global smart speaker shipment have almost tripled from 2018 to 2019, from 9.36 units to 26.1 million. So those numbers are
Look,
huge.
ladies and gentlemen, these numbers are huge. He's throwing out some stats, but things are going digital. Things are going speaking into the devices instead of typing. You'll be able to look at this computer screen and click by blinking one day before you know it.
Well, listen to this. So we're taking advantage of these voice, and we'll move on to the next. But I think the voice is pretty much the kind of the new thing. But the Patron tequila helps consumer get recipes, cocktail recipes. Domino's allows pizza lovers to order from the comfort of their couch without even having to pick up the phone or even place an order online. PayPal users can engage Siri to send money to friends. Nestle created a skill that provides voice instructions as you cook. And Campbell Soup has a skill that helps hungry consumers choose and cook recipes. So
All by talking.
just by talking. But enough about talking. And,
I thought that the clap on and off was amazing.
that's back in my days.
Clap on.
The remote control. Now you don't need the kids to go ahead and, hey, can you change the channel?
Turn the top one and turn the bottom one, and then you got the digital the rotary dialer. Oh man.
Back in the good old days.
And good old boys are drinking whiskey. All right, let's go. All right, social media stories. Oh man, stories. We tell stories all day, but now we have social media platforms. First Snapchat came out with the concept of My Story, easily adopted and quickly by the Facebook and Instagrams of the world. And this allows you to get a brief clip, and you can just keep reeling it as much as you want.
Well, the stories are huge because they kind of increase the brand awareness. It helps engage with the followers. It's super effective, cost effective. It helps increase your web traffic, which is, and the opportunity to reach younger audience. I mean, they're just the list goes on and on and on and on and on of how much of beneficial social media is. I mean, by now we're on
I like the
April.
polls. The polls, that's cool. And the Instagrams there, add links to your social media stories. Take advantage of the Snapchat. Geo filters are huge too.
Location tags, mention your brand or your fans, give live video when creating stories, and invite followers to explore more. More. I mean,
Explore more.
I think our tagline is sharing is caring, ain't it?
Yes, it is. Sharing is caring. If you're listening right now, please subscribe and share. Copy and paste the link in the 5 different groups of hot topic conversations. Let's spread the word of Tea Talks. We're here live, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday through Thursday, giving it what we got for you.
Sweet. Next.
Next.
I mean, and like sometimes some of these topics, we can create a complete, a complete episode on it, and
Yes.
all we're doing is kind of touching the surface, just to give you the magnitude of the digital marketing and why you need, somebody who's specialized in digital to help you guide you through this process because it's immense. I mean, it's huge.
It's huge. It's immense. It's overwhelming. It's crazy. There's so much to do. And it's full circle, like we always say, right? When you start a business, how many hats do you wear, you think?
Oh, you gotta wear 18, 19, 20,
Whew.
if not more.
The more hats you wear, the more hair you lose, the less time you're putting towards things that you're better at, the less time you're having with your family, no matter what it be. So find people that are good at what they do. For your business, create that mastermind group and plug in the pieces that free up your time and that somebody else can handle. Whether it be using our sponsors, the remotebookkeeper.com to do your books or taxes, or a digital masters company to help out with social media marketing, SEO, on-page graphic designs, branding, whatever it may be. There's options out there for you to get help. We're reaching out in my personal level on how to get better on a daily basis, things that I'm working on personally, from sales to building things, and that's it, man. But where are we at?
Where are we at? Well,
Where are
I'm
we at?
here in Hollywood. What about you?
I just got off topic again.
Browser push notification. This has been going around for probably a few years, and we talked about the newsletter, and I think we're transitioning from. And just think about it. We transitioned from many years ago from verbal to print, from print to phone,
Mm-hmm.
from phone to internet, from internet to web pages, from web pages to social media, and now the internet and that the big web just exploded into so many different avenues that it's endless.
It's
Um,
endless. It really is. There's so much opportunity out there.
let's jump right into content marketing continues to dominate SEO. We talked about SEO being, the search engine optimization, um, and every so often Google, all these big search engines, they they change their algorithm to better help the consumer
Yes.
provide the relevant content. So whenever you write, and this is why your normal web designer that designs website is not necessarily your greatest guy to go ahead and provide you the content marketing or
Mm-hmm.
the content that you need that specializes in writing information that helps on the organically your website. And what does this mean?
What does it mean?
Let me simplify it for you. A computer programmer typically is shy. Think of it as being like in a corner all by himself and just typing away different codes, right?
Yes.
That's what a web designer kind of does. Think that as in your mind. Do you think that a computer programmer probably will be a great salesperson?
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, okay. So, will you have somebody that doesn't really interact with people, you know, writing information to help you interact with people? Will you use that same person?
No.
And if you do, you're doomed.
You're done. You know,
You're
and
done.
that's when you
That's
try
it.
to give somebody else too many hats. That's not the best thing.
No. So, I mean, we can talk for hours about content, just
We could talk to her
content
blue in the face on that one. One thing I wanted to touch base with there, the content marketing continues to dominate SEO. This is where, you know, when you're talking about the guy doing your website, talking to sales, they're like, are you going to have him write your script and write your text and write the content? No, that's where a copywriter or, you know, somebody else from your company can go ahead and give that person the content.
Well, and I think that the more the search engines start pushing relevant information, this is where you need to do a better job in your website putting relevant information and hopefully put you in a, if somebody's looking for widgets and you have enough information about widgets in your website, that you will be put in front of that individual that is searching for widgets.
No,
More than the guy that
100%.
just put, who doesn't have relevant information about widgets, and he's probably going to be on the third or fourth page.
Who goes to the third or fourth page?
Now,
Nobody.
88% of business-to-business content marketers agree that creating content make their audience view their organization as a credible and trusted source.
That's live, updated, continuated content.
So if you're a business-to-business salesperson or a company that sells business-to-business, 88%, that's pretty high. Compared to business-to-consumer, I mean, still at 81%, feel that that relevant content marketing does build loyalty. I mean, 81% is still, it's a pretty high number.
Huge information, ladies and gentlemen. Content. Keep it up to date. Keep it relative. New information. We talked about the videos, the stories on the on the Instagrams and Facebooks and social medias. This is all relevant. This is all needed and huge for creating organic, optimization.
And one of the things that you do whenever you're doing SEO, and it takes us right to the next topic, which is always have an A and B kind of split testing, just so you get a better feel of what's working and what's not working. It's almost a little bit of trial and error. Now, keep in mind that you want to keep that trial and error to a bare minimum, because time is money, and if you don't do it today and someone else does it today, you might not be in front of that consumer that was your avatar. You just missed that opportunity because you were not in the digital domain world because you were lackadaisical. So don't be lackadaisical. Don't be like Earl.
Don't be Earl.
Don't be Earl. And do work on your website. Make sure that
Make sure it's live, it's relevant, it's new, it vibes. We talked about a few episodes. We always say that, but go on your website. Would you buy from you? It's a pretty easy way to put it.
Well, sometimes we have a tendency of being a little biased to ourselves, um, but there's just so much opportunity out there that you can jump on, and some of the opportunity is really all about just giving 1 minute, 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Of course, the more time you put into it, so you really think about the content. Because remember, you can spend an hour talking garbage, or spend 5 minutes and give them the meat of the matter, and that 5 minutes is going to go a long way compared to that 1 hour of just blah 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 blah.
No, 100%. Even earlier on or today, we might not look great or sound great, but it's all about the content. We give an action-packed 30 minutes. You're tuned in live. This is live, unedited, uncut for between 10 and 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're live. We're doing this. Digital marketing content is the topic for tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Tea Talks. We do have a couple more before we jump off the air right now. Which one are we going to jump into next?
Let's jump into interactive content.
Interactive. How can you interact online, Ralph?
It's real easy by doing quiz, polls. Sometimes, depending on what you're selling, the 360-degree videos. I think that the better the VR technology is coming along, and you might start seeing more of the three-dimensional, 3D.
Oh, that's the way. That's where it's going. You know that for a fact, man. You're gonna put on those little goggles, look goofy as heck in your living room, and you're gonna go do things you've never done before.
Well, I personally have done the Google VR, and I have.
That's not the glasses. That's something else.
You need the glasses. You need the glasses for some of it, not necessarily all of it. The 360.
Hi there. Welcome to.
Basically, kind of move the camera all the way around, which is pretty awesome because basically it feels like you're there.
What about when they do like the court side and the sporting events where you're in the chair and you can look around and you're there?
Again, it's all about giving that feel, and this is where the changing of time, where the stadium closed down, people were not attending, and how do you get that experience back to your customer? And this is, I know there were some games were being streamed from different perspectives, and we were able to move from one to the other. Again, trying to give that feel to the consumer, who is the one that literally pays. I mean, if you don't sell something, what do you have?
Nothing.
You got a big donut. So
absolutely nothing.
So you just keep that in mind, that one of the great things that literally COVID-19, and yes, I feel bad for all the people that lost their lives, and we know that it happened. Thank God that we can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes,
and
thank God.
Like with any bad things that happen, you can try to find some good things. And one of the things that really did happen was the ability of us to be able to still communicate, us working together and remotely, working 6,000 miles away, and still be productive. We might have not sold as much as what we wanted to, but we still sold. We still serviced. We still went out there and we made it happen. I think tomorrow we should go into the omni-channel marketing, and we probably should talk about the augmented reality and the immersive technology that is out there. I think that that will be a very interesting topic to cover on the same digital idea. So basically, this week most likely it's going to be all about digital, and next week we'll talk about accounting for the week. So
For the whole week, we're going to talk about accounting.
oh yeah.
Oh, I love it. Stay tuned to button up your books. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tea Talks. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for tuning in to ttalks.net. If you have any questions, comments, or something you want us to talk about, email us at raphael@ttalks.net or comment below. Please follow us on YouTube at ttalksnet and Facebook at ttalksnet. Please rate us and don't forget that sharing is caring. Thank you for your support. Till next time, we will tea talk later.
Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to Tea Talks, where we try to give you some tips and insights into big wins, everyday life, and business. My name's Alex DeLuca, and we'll tea talk to you tomorrow from Naples.
And this is Raphael from Hollywood, Florida. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, please comment below. With that said,
Sharing is caring.
sayonara.